Well, welcome back, everybody. What an exciting week here on Wall Street. As we go ahead and we recap from last week's video, you recall the key thing I want to do in focusing on the long side trades is be above the channel here. Ultimately, I want to push up, pull back to the channel, start to take back off, and break some of these key resistance levels. We're still in the process of trying to do that. We are above the top end of the channel, so of course the focus, whether it's from a swing trade perspective or even from an intraday perspective, prefer these types of moves on an intraday basis here. We had multiple moves just like this today in the morning, and then we had one move that was down there as well. So it did offer great opportunities, so long side and the short side here on an intraday basis. So that's awesome. But the real thing that we're looking for is to see if we can get above these key resistance areas to get even more excited. Of course, obviously with the world as it is right now, I'm very cautious just in the macro perspective. Betting the house, betting the farm, not a great idea. But going ahead and placing select trades and select instruments is on the table. And speaking of which, you'll recall I went ahead in last week's video, I covered a bunch of stocks for you there. Amazon, TRQ, STLD, etc. Right? So I covered a whole bunch of these different things. And so as we go ahead and take a look, let's actually go back over there and look at some of those charts. Okay, so as we went ahead and we look at Amazon here, first things first, of course we had some great buy action in the backdrop, but you remember this was predicated on the buyback that they were announcing. So what happened was Amazon was right down in this area over here when I showed you the video. It went ahead and it was right around 32.25. If you go back and look at last week's video, you'll see it shot up approximately roughly $100 there and pulled back here, still up from that area, but did a nice job of holding there. As far as TRQ, so remember I told you to focus on things like metals, oils, agriculture, and so sure enough, that's continued. So these little dots here are wealth signal and breakout indications. These are really powerful tools that are available to all annual members inside of wealth charts, and so we had a lot of signals firing off there, and sure enough, that went ahead and continued up. Steel Dynamics here, same kind of thing, went ahead and continued to hit a lot of great signals in the backdrop and continued those signals through this week. CTVA here, Corteva, went ahead, same thing. Actually had double signals firing off back over here, continuations over here. And this week did a very nice job again. Oil here, Murphy's there. You can see lots of signals in the backdrop and continued up this week. So we talked about these last weekend, told you about these different instruments, lots of signals going ahead and firing off here in the backdrop, and then going into this week continued up very nicely. But one thing don't forget, when it's great when you see those nice angles of attack, but when we start getting that point where you do this, where you have this like parabolic type moves, and getting this, and we're seeing that on some of the different types of markets that are out there, what we want to do is just make sure that at that point trailing up really tightly. I'm not a registered financial representative. I can't tell you what to do, but from my perspective, that's the way I look at it. When I start seeing that crazy kink in the line there, that's when it's like hyper aggressive, following up right behind it. But bottom line is, everything we talked about here this week, go back and take a look at last Sunday's video, had some really nice moves there, and the wealth charts, wealth signal breakout and breakout indicators did a phenomenal job. So kudos to all of you that have wealth charts. So great stuff there. And then also don't forget, this is one of the last times I'll be talking about this. We've got the Wealth 365 Summit coming up here. Super excited about that. I'll be sharing more of these different strategies. How did I pick? How do I identify those different trades? We're going to be talking about some, maybe shaking up my talks here. We got some great talks by some great new people on the show, as well as some new talks from people that you've seen before. We shook up the lineup based on your feedback there as well. Super excited. So go ahead and go to joinwealth365.com. Joinwealth365.com. We start a week from this Monday here. You can't afford to miss it. There's so much stuff going on out there. Wealth 365 is a gold standard in financial trading investing conferences. It's the largest conference out there for a reason, and so we brought you an incredible lineup here. So I cannot wait to go ahead and see you guys here at this special event. So get yourself registered right now. Join wealth365.com, and I'm going to show you more about how I identified those ideas last week, and then you saw what happened with them this week. Okay, so great stuff, and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Can't wait to see you at upcoming videos, and of course, Wealth 365 right around the corner here. Join wealth365.com. I will see you guys shortly. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.